Today is day 81 of my Comfort Zone Challenge. I can't believe it's been 80 days, 80 plus days since I started this Comfort Zone Challenge, and it has been an experience. But today, and I'm going to try to speak as quickly as possible, but what I'm about to say is very important, and we really need to think about this. I have been having a problem with staffing issues since the beginning of Urban Connection. And the problem is that I had some unrealized expectations. And so I began to understand that, you know, when you have staff, you need to really tell them what it is you need them to do. So I began to do that. And in doing that, I told them that I wanted them to be creative. I wanted them to play with kids. I wanted them to create and to do all these things. Well, today I realized why I can never get, or now I won't say that I never get it, but that it's hard for me to get that. Because the kids that are coming out of school today and out of our colleges today are raised up in our current education system. Our current education system doesn't teach them creativity, critical thinking. It only teaches them how to produce what it is we put in them. So they don't know how to think outside the box. So we have to hold their hands all along the way. Now, every now and then we get a group or get some that are jewels and that know how to work and know how to have initiative and know how to think and do things. But for the most part, the problem we've been having isn't even theirs, it's mine, because I didn't realize that they didn't know how. They don't know how to be creative. They don't know how to think on their feet. So I have to create it for them so that they know what to do, and I have to hold their hands. I don't want to manage people. I never wanted to manage people, but I find now that I'm going to have to manage people. I can't just give people an outline and say, this is what you do. I have to literally tell them, this is how you do it step by step, and keep coming back and watching them and making sure they get it done, and having strict accountability and no real freedom, because I have to train them. So the one additional thing that I've learned that we at Urban Connection do, we prepare tomorrow's workforce, because the kids that come through Urban Connection, that come out of college, that are entering into the workforce, that come from the mission fields and all this other stuff, that have these great experiences, they need to learn how to work. And so we at Urban Connection, we prepare tomorrow's workforce. We help them learn not only about themselves and how to work with people and how to engage. How do you learn how to engage when all you do is text people and operate computers and play video games? You don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to interact with kids. We say, come play with kids. They don't know how. Why? Because they don't know how to play with kids, because they don't play with kids. They don't play board games. They don't do that. It's mind-boggling to me. So we're destroyed. So what it makes me realize is that we're destroying our own country from the inside, and we're doing it with our educational system. That's why we can't have nothing creative and new really coming out of this unless we prepare some kids that are outside the box. But in our current educational system, they're not going to make it. We're in trouble, people. And this is just for real. And it's scary to me, because I should be able to put a person in a room with stuff and they come out with something. But nowadays, they don't know how to do it, because we spoon feed them everything about their education. And the only thing we want back from them is what we put in them. And if that's all we get back is what we put in them, and they can't think for themselves, Lord help us. Talk to you tomorrow.